meopathy thing. 2:30. I got to get this out. This is a farm. It's a hobby farm, small one, 2 acres. The grass is about 2 feet tall. A lot of it. Not, it's uneven, but a lot of it. A lot of herbs. Boy, there's a lot of herbs. It looks like maybe burdock-root. I need to identify some of them. Burdock-root, comfrey, or some volunteer squash, but no. Anyway, potato. That's big, huge, broad leaves. Burdock-root has big leaves. Comfrey has big leaves. I ain't mullein. I know what mullein looks like. So anyway, I have 2 weed whackers. I'm going to be working on them hopefully tomorrow. Finally, if nothing else comes up, and I need to get them running. But there's 2 options. You can get a lawnmower. That's why I really need a lawnmower. Push behind. I just want to push one. Just a rotary. Something cheap. I called my son-in-law. He gets all kinds of stuff, scrap metal, and he has a guy that rebuilds stuff like that. And he said he bought one at Walmart. So I'm like, whoa. At the farmer's market on Wednesday, somebody said we bought one from such and such a guy for $10, and it's the best mower we've ever had in our life. I'm like, wow, pretty cool. Okay, so you can get a mower which generally has 4 wheels, and you can get a 2-cycle, but generally they're a 4-cycle, regular gas engine. 2 cycles like your weed whacker, dirt bike, chainsaw. Those are 2-cycle. You have to add oil into the gas, mix it, and I need to do that tomorrow to get the weed whackers tested. So you can get 4-wheeled, 4-cylinder lawnmowers, or you can get 4-legged lawnmowers. And that's what I wanted. I prefer that. Because we have the grass, a lot of it. I don't really feel like mowing 2 acres of grass, and it really needs to be kept down. The 2 outer fields, there's 2 outer fields. There's like let's say there's about an acre here. Well, let's say there's an acre in the middle. Let's say kind of shaped like this. The house and everything's in the middle, barn. And then there's 2 paddocks back here, and then there's 2 on the outside. I'm sorry. These are fenced, and there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's a lot of it dead grass. So anyway, long story short, Bill called me, talking to him, and he said this friend of mine is moving from this 80-acre farm, and so I started texting him instead of sleeping, and we texted back and forth for like 2 hours. Basically set up a deal to, one way or another, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to buy his sheep. And sheep are great mowers. Cattle are awesome. I mean cattle. I've told it before. My son actually mowed a lot of the people's lawns in the area with his cattle. He'd put them in there, and they would just it looked like a custom mower went over that thing. You got to move them. You can't leave them there like horses. I can see a pasture, used to be a pasture, and say, well, them idiots got horses. Because horses are just like this. They're just, I don't even want to start on destructive. Need to move them too. But anyway, my son moves them, so the cattle will go and they'll clip the grass, and they'll cut it just like that. Now, if you leave them on there, then they're going to go and take another. But you want them to take 2 bites of grass. That's it. And they take 3, then it's killing the stems, and it makes it harder to grow. And then all you have coming back is weeds, and that's what horses do. Because people don't rotate them, they don't move them, and that's just. Okay, there's no word for it, so I won't say it. It's just not good. Anyway, so 5 sheep, 2 ewes, 2 adult ewes, and then 3 lambs, and 2 of those are ewes, female. So 1 male, 4 females. That's good, because the females are the ones that produce, and you only need 1 male and a bunch of females. So that's cool. Now. $500, and I'll get wherever anything else I can get, fencing and whatever he's got. He's liquidating everything because he's been doing firewood, and he's still mowing too. He does landscaping and stonework and and firewood, and he's got plenty on his plate. So I'm going to go by and visit him Sunday Sunday night. And we're going to work out the deal, how to pay and everything. So, and he can take PayPal, he can take credit card because of his business, which is great, and cash, of course. So somehow or another, whether I got to make payments or whatever, but I want those. It'll be food here for people. Why should I spend 8 hours every week mowing grass when I can spend 0 hours every week mowing grass? Kind of a no-brainer, huh? And let me ask you this. I would say, when was the last time I'll just put it this way. It's the same thing with cars and tractors, okay? you got a difference between the tractor and a cow, okay? Lou Ann Todd, this awesome lady, she said she will always want to do a cartoon. A cow mows the grass, okay? You got to have a mower when you bale hay. You want to have water retention. Well, the hoofs punch into the soil, when it's wet. It punches grass down into the soil. That's sequestering carbon. They fertilize as they go. They produce ammonia, which is your nitrates. They produce, they're fertilizing and beefing the soil up, and they're punching fiber down into the soil. On and on and on. So they mow, they hay, they bale, they do all of that. They replant seeds. They eat something here and they distribute over here with its own little beautiful organic mixture of perfect balanced fertilizer. So, in other words, a cow is a combine, it's a tractor, it's a truck, it's a trailer, it's a cattle hauler, you get the picture? When people say that, diet for a small planet, you have to eat soy. Okay, that's fracking stupid. You have to use big, massive tractors. You're talking 100 horse, 120, 150 horse, maybe 200 horse, with 8 huge wheels in some of those fields. And you have to use a massive amount of diesel fuel to plow the ground. Then you got to plant. You got to run it through again with the tractor and plant it. Then you got to fertilize it, third time. Then you got to harvest it, another one. You got to take it to market, another one, okay? All of those involve ungodly amounts of diesel fuel. We were running the cattle down one time, and this young kid pulls up, and I got the stop sign, and we just block traffic. We just shut the highway down, say, sorry, can't come through. We're doing a cattle drive. Can't you put it in a trailer? He was so pissed. And he slammed in. I said, it's going to give me about 2 minutes. Turned around, gunned it, and burned up, probably 15 gallons of gas to get to screech around and burn his tires and burn rubber off his tires to get to where he was going. Oh, my word. I said, why would we use a trailer? They have 4 feet. We're only going 5 miles, 7 miles, whatever. So, eating beef, when you do it like that, guess how much diesel fuel you use? 0.0. Yeah. Oh, you got to take them to market. We do that. You can do that right in the field too. So anyway, virtually free. It's a solar-powered operation. The entire operation is run by the sun. Solar-powered. Period. The cattle take that sunlight, and the cow has the longest horizontal vertebrae spine. And what does it do? It's an antenna. Okay, the cow takes green grass and he eats it for free, not charging you anything to do it. And he takes that sunlight and they turn it into heifer, the cows, turn it into white milk, rich calcium, rich white milk, and yellow butter, and you can make ghee out of the butter, which is a refined type of a butter. So anyway, they take yellow sunlight and turn it into yellow butter, yellow life, for free. No fuel involved whatsoever. So when you're eating beef, You are a vegetarian. I tell people that. Yeah, we're vegetarians. Really? Yeah, yeah. And we have these. They're expensive. They're really awesome juicers. They're big and they're bulky and they're about $1,000 a piece. Sometimes $1,500. Really? Wow, man, that's. How do you afford them? Well, they're kind of free. We charge people for them, but it's free, and we recycle. What we're doing is we're recycling. The vegetation. Really? What do you mean recycle? Well, we got these juicers, and they process the wheat or the grass, and then we eat it. We eat the byproduct. What's the byproduct? It's called beef. It's what's for dinner. You know. Galen Chadwick, that was one of his. He had this little cartoon thing. Fescue. It's what's for dinner. But his big complaint about the Ozark Plateau was that it's fescue. It's a fescue desert, is what he called it. He said if the truck stopped running and everything goes to pot and everything falls apart, the only thing we're going to have to eat around here is beef. And I'm like, okay, works for me, dude. All right, I better shut this one up. This is Jerry Diamond for listening to this. You are the remnant. Get with the program, damn it.